Hey LeGrand Alive, this is your weekly Newsish Roundup brought to you by Grand Ron Hospital, Marketplace Family Foods, Valley Realty, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, and Direct Music Source. School is back in session at EOU, and instead of you listening to me ramble on and on about what could be exciting for the students this year, we decided to ask them instead.
I'm excited to meet new people and broaden my learning horizon.
I'm really excited about the classes I get to take, like applied anatomy and biomechanics.
I'm probably most excited for the rock climbing trips we take.
Hope everyone has a good term this year,
As such, we're going to do some back-to-school features next week. I'm not talking about it much now, but check us out on LeGrand Alive for an exclusive interview with Tom Insko, the EOU president, plus more on our small-town local university. Also, do you know what climbing 40 flights of stairs and 70 pounds of gear feels like? Well, 5 of our local firefighters do. So, here's the scoop. 5 firefighters from the LeGrand department participated in what's called the Portland Stair climb just recently. Essentially, they fundraise money ahead of time, head to the U.S. Bank Tower in Portland, get all loaded up in full fire gear, and climb. Now, I scored an interview with them this week, at least a couple of them have participated, and this is why they do it.
There's 40 floors, roughly 800 steps. It's a timed event for people that are interested in competing for time. Firefighters from all over come together for the same purpose, to be something, a part of something that's bigger than yourself, a way to give back to people who can't do it for themselves.
Throughout the climb, they have pictures of kids with cystic fibrosis in the stairwells as you're climbing, trying to breathe. There's this kid who can't breathe waking up. I mean,
You definitely feel it about the 20th floor when you're thinking it's getting kind of hard to breathe and your legs are starting to burn, and it's just steps up and to the left and up and to the left. And at 20, it's easy to talk yourself out of, I can stop for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't have to try so hard, but then you see those pictures on the wall and you think, no, just keep going. It's supposed to make us feel like it's hard to breathe. I mean, these kids with cystic fibrosis, that's what it does. We put ourselves in their shoes for a minute to understand how hard that is to do something that seems simple. Climbing some stairs seems simple, but when you can't breathe and it's that way for them every day, that's the reason we do it.
We're led in by bagpipe battalions, and the firefighters who have gone or are ready to go line up and give us high fives and knuckles and clap. And as we're entering the staircase, there's kids with cystic fibrosis giving us knuckles, and it's just, wow, this is why we do it. I mean, it's amazing.
All proceeds of the event go to treating cystic fibrosis. The firefighters fundraise for months before the event. This year they had a bake sale and other various little fundraisers to raise money. So next time you come to a flight of stairs, don't complain. You're not doing it in 70 pounds of firefighting gear, breathing oxygen through a ventilator mask, or donating your proceeds to cystic fibrosis. All right, what's going on in LeGrand this coming week? Well, a couple things. Do you like quilting? Because the annual Quilting on the Dry Shop Hop is starting tomorrow, the 29th. Essentially, it's a bunch of quilting stores in Northeast Oregon and Southeast Washington that you can drop in, collect a free block for a quilt, get stamped, and enter to win a brand new bona fide PAF, P-F-A-F-F, Passport 3.0 sewing machine. Not sure exactly how to say that, but that works. For more info, go to their website. Also, there's a wine and cheese train on October 1st in Elgin. It goes from 2 to 7 p.m. and is going to run through the area around Elgin while serving you wine and cheese from local vendors. It's $70, which means that everyone but broke college students and the homeless can buy tickets online or through Allegre Travel. Also, on October 1st, the Haunted House starts at the Meridell Center. Tune in next week for an in-depth look at the haunted experience themed The Curse of the Mayan Tomb, running through all October. In sports, it was another mixed at best weekend in the football world for the Valley. Ontario trounced LeGrand last Friday, 34-20, stealing back the game after LeGrand started off strong with a touchdown. But as the clock went down, Ontario's score kept going up, finishing with a 27-point streak to polish off their same-species rivals in the home stadium. And the rest of the Valley wasn't much better. Cove lost to Powder Valley by a whopping 74-12. Ouch. The Eastern Oregon University Mounties lost to Montana Tech 37-24, putting the Mounties now 2-2 after a strong season start. The sole bright spot in an otherwise cloudy weekend was Elgin winning against Riddle 72-48 and Union sneaking by Weston McEwen by a few small points 8-6. I would have liked to have been right near the end at that game. LeGrand Alive sport director actually scored an interview with the LeGrand Tigers head coach, football coach about the upcoming game this weekend and the team in general.
What do you think are some of the strengths that we might have to prepare for when the Riverhawks come to town?
Well, what I saw in film is their quarterback is extremely active and he moves really well in the pocket, so we have to be extremely disciplined with our contain on defense. Receivers run pretty good routes, so we got to make sure our coverage is clean. And then offensively, we just need to go where our strengths are and do the best we can with that.
For the rest of that interview, check out legrandalive.tv. Now, all that football stuff being said, in volleyball, the Mountaineers game has continued to spike. EOU is now 5-0 after bouncing past Multnomah on Saturday at home. The scores, 25-7, then a pair of 25-14s, winning 3 games to none. Prep volleyball was less encouraging. Cove lost to Echo and Powder Valley, both 3-0. Elgin lost to Grant Union and Griswold 3-0 and 3-1 respectively. But Union had the single success of the prep football world, trumping Enterprise 3-0. And that's your weekly roundup. This roundup was brought to you by Grand Run Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Marketplace Family Foods, Valley Realty, and Direct Music Source. Tune in for more local content. I'm Will Bowman.